Welcome to the TerryWilson3.com podcast, where we equip entrepreneurs, small business owners, and independent professionals with the tools, training, and techniques to grow their business and elevate their brand. In today's episode, we're diving deep into a crucial and fast-growing market: senior insurance products. Whether you're marketing Medicare supplement plans, final expense life insurance, or any other senior-focused offerings, the key to success is having the right data, a powerful outreach strategy, and a compelling message that resonates with the senior audience. But it doesn't stop there. We'll also cover the regulations you need to navigate to stay compliant and ensure long-term success in this field. So get ready to learn how you can effectively tap into this thriving market and grow your business the right way. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short break.
Ever feel like the internet's this beast with a million mouths and they're all yelling, feed me content.
Right.
Especially when you're trying to grow a business.
Yeah.
Like, get on these 60 platforms. 60. Who has time for that?
It's overwhelming, for sure.
Totally. So today's deep dive, we are tackling that head on. How do we actually maximize that online presence without, losing our minds?
And that's where Terry Wilson comes in, right?
Exactly. We're diving into some of his work today. This guy has been in the game for 2 decades?
Over 20 years. His company's called TW3.
Yeah, TW3. And he's all about helping businesses not just exist online, but really thrive, And he focuses on this thing, local SEO. I'd never really thought about that before.
It's funny, right? Because everyone's always talking about SEO, but they forget about the local part.
Yeah.
And what Terry really emphasizes is that for a lot of businesses, especially if you're brick and mortar or you're serving a local community.
Right, like a bakery or something.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you're the best cupcake shop in the world if nobody in your town knows how to find you.
Okay, so how do you avoid that?
Yeah.
How do we make sure people find our hypothetical cupcakes?
Well, that's where claiming your business on those online directories comes in.
Directories, like the Yellow Pages, but digital.
Kind of, but think Google My Business, Yelp, those kinds of places. Because when someone's searching cupcakes near me, those are the listings that pop up.
Oh, that's actually brilliant. So it's not even just about having a website. It's about being findable on those platforms too.
Exactly. And making sure your information's accurate and consistent across all of them.
Okay, so much more strategic than just blasting my cupcake photos to every corner of the internet and hoping for the best.
Right. And speaking of strategy, that's where content marketing comes in too.
Okay, so I was going to ask you about that, content marketing. It sounds kind of vague and intimidating.
It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Think of it like this. What are you already creating?
Well, in this scenario, delicious cupcakes, obviously.
There you go. But also, are you taking pictures of those cupcakes? Are you sharing your story on social media? Those are all forms of content marketing.
Huh. I never thought about it like that.
Right. And what Terry encourages businesses to do is think about what kind of content feels most natural to them, because then it doesn't feel like this big, scary thing.
Okay, that makes sense. So instead of feeling like I need to be an expert in everything, I can focus on what I'm already good at, or at least enjoying.
Exactly. Are you a natural storyteller? Maybe blogging's your thing? Do you love connecting with people one-on-one? Social media might be the way to go.
And what about those short videos? Everyone seems to be doing those these days.
Oh, absolutely. And Terry's all over that. He actually breaks down how different types of content work best on different platforms. And short video, that's huge right now, especially on places like TikTok, Instagram Reels.
Yeah, they grab your attention. It's boom, cupcake.
Right. And in a world where everyone's attention span is 3 seconds long.
If that.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to make it snappy and engaging.
So we got to up our cupcake video game. But this is what I love about Terry's approach. It's not just about the what. It's he gives you the how. He even offers actual help with creating content, right?
Yeah. His company, TW3, they have a whole team that can help with everything from graphic design to video production to writing those catchy captions that make people want to click.
Because who has time to do all that when you're also, running a business?
Exactly. It's like trying to be a baker, a marketer, a social media manager all at once.
And an accountant. Don't forget the accountant.
Oh, for sure.
So, okay, I'm feeling a little less overwhelmed now. Instead of thinking about all 60 platforms, I just need to find one, right?
Exactly. Start small. What feels the least intimidating? Where do you think your ideal customers are hanging out online? Pick one thing and experiment.
And maybe even have fun with it, right? Because this is our chance to share our passion with the world in a non-overwhelming way. So to all our listeners out there, don't be afraid to put yourself out there, even if it's just one little step at a time. And if you want more of Terry's insights, definitely check out his work. It's called TW3. You won't regret it.
You're listening to TerryWilson3.com.
TerryWilson3.com.
Inspiring, informative, and entertaining content for the entrepreneur and small business owner. Here's your host, Terry Wilson.
Right on, right on. What is going on, everybody? 'Tis the season. It's open season on you seniors out there. So it's not a good time to go to the mailbox. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, if you are in the senior market, if you are eligible for Medicare supplements, then you know now's not the time to answer the phone, to go to the mailbox, to do anything. But ironically enough, I'm going to talk to my insurance agents out there today about how to go after you. How to get you, how to find you, and how to divorce you of some premium so that they can make a living selling you insurance. So that's what today's episode is about, is really understanding and focusing on marketing in the Medicare supplement and insurance and senior insurance products, life insurance, final expense life insurance, Medicare subs, and all of that. So I'm not going to get in the weeds of, the various differences and nuances of the various products. My days of selling life insurance and Medicare and Medicare supplements and Medicare Advantage plans is long gone. I have been delivered, but I know a lot of guys. I'm friends with a lot of guys, got a lot of clients that are still in that market. They love it, and it's a great business to be in, especially if you love serving people, helping people, and giving them protection. Because I've heard my buddy Cliff, who used to be in the life insurance business, and my buddy John, and some of the other ones that have had similar experiences. There's one thing when a loved one passes away, to offer condolences and prayers and well wishes and thoughts. It's another thing to have all that and a check in your pocket for 10, 100 grand to say, hey, here, and this doesn't replace anybody, but hopefully it'll help ease some of the financial burden around this event and all that. So the products are definitely well worth the investments. I'm a huge believer in those products, and as I get older, I can definitely tell why health insurance, Medicare supplements, dental plans, and all of that is crucial, for your quality of life. So it's well worth the investment. And the other thing is, it's so complicated. I mean, I was telling someone the other day, I took tests, I passed the test, did well on the exams. But even taking all of those courses on various health insurance products and Medicare products, I can tell you it is still very convoluted. And for the average Joe and average Jane out there that is just looking for good protection, and then having to coordinate with who's in network, who's out of network, what does this plan offer versus this plan, where's my exposure? Am I going to have no premiums but be exposed for co-pays that are more expensive, or should I go with a premium plan and just have a little bit of a deductible here? So all of those decisions that a person has to make can be very complex, and that's why it's so important to have a professional that can guide you and walk you through that. And I will tell you, I'm a huge proponent of, online business, selling things online. I love the online space. Of course, that's what I do. Been doing it for many, many years. Even when I had a brick and mortar business back in the early 2000s that was selling pianos, we were selling it online. So I am a huge advocate of the online space. I think it's an equalizer. It allows the little Davids out there to compete with the big Goliaths in so many ways. So I love that. But here is one product that I would tell anybody that's in the buying end of this equation, the consumer end of this equation, it is well worth meeting and being in front of and getting to know the person that is helping you and consulting you and is supposed to be the fiduciary for you in this particular engagement. Because if you have questions, if you need something, I think relationships go a long way, in saying, hey, John, hey, Jane, I bought this from you and my doctor is now saying this. What should I do? Do you have another plan? What does the enrollments and when does it come up? What does it allow me to change over to? Who is a better? All of those things that is so important for you to have a quality of life in your health. It's contingent upon that relationship you have with that local person, in my opinion. Now that's for me. And I think sometimes when you try to make these products into just a commodity that's just bought online like it was from Amazon or something, and you don't know the person you're buying it from, they don't really have a communal investment in you because they don't go to church school, they're not in your community, you don't have some mutual acquaintances. They have no skin in the game for your well-being. And so it's just, I like when it comes to these type of products, when it comes to buying real estate, when it comes to buying insurance, I want to know the people I'm working with. I just think it's so important. You're better served. And here's the thing, you save absolutely no money by cutting them out and going online and dealing with them. It's the premium is the premium regardless. So why not take advantage of the extra service, the extra care, and the extra intentionality that you're going to get what you want. So that's my admonition to the buyers out there. Now let's get into, if you are a agent out there, and this is open season right now as we record this, we're getting into the fall season, which is when Medicare and senior products start kicking up to be able to renew people on their plans or roll them over into another plan. This is when people are looking at those type of products. There's some things I just want to go over, especially if you're new, that's going to make you more effective and you're going to have a great season. Because for a lot of you folks, I know this is where the lion's share of your income for the year takes place. You write all the business, you roll the business over, you engage all the business now, and then you spend the rest of the year servicing that business and getting ready for the following season and taking the appropriate training and understanding for what's coming down the pike. So it's not like you're doing nothing throughout the year, but I know this is the season that it's make or break, do or die as far as financially how well you're going to do in the business of servicing the senior market. So these are some things I want to cover with you in episode 617 of the TerryWilson3.com podcast about focusing and being intentional with marketing in the senior market, specifically the Medicare supplement products and the other insurance products like Medicare Advantage and also final expense. So number one, and it sounds intuitive, but I'm amazed how many agents over the years I have seen try to move into the senior market space and not really understand the senior market. So number one, just understand that market. The demographic is growing. The senior market is rapidly expanding due to the aging baby boomer generation. And so there's a rising demand for the products that they offer, like final expense life insurance, Medicare Advantage, Medicaid, not Medicaid, but Medicare supplements, and other products that are tailored to them, and also like reverse mortgages and other things like that. So understand that because it's a big booming market, because it is the baby boomers, also it is a saturated market. There are tons and tons of people out there. So you're going into, the wild, wild west as far as the availability to be able to service a wide swath of people, because there's so many seniors out there. But you are also dealing with a demographic that is heavily, heavily marketed to. So to do that, understand their needs. Seniors often prioritize security, affordability, and simplicity in those products. So if you're pivoting from, some other type of products, and maybe you've been in the financial planning space, or maybe you've been in the mortgage protection space, or maybe you've been in the retirement planning space, and you love getting into the weeds of how these complex index products work to market and all of these other things and the return on investment and all that. While that just sets off a certain demographic and market, it does not bode well for the senior market. And the senior markets wants things simple. They want them to work, and they don't want them to be over complex. They want to say this does this, and it does it every time, and it can be guaranteed it will do this. That's what they're looking for. That's what they want. So if your plan, if the products and services that you offer have a lot of bells and whistles, sometimes that's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you when it comes to conveying value to the senior market. Keep in mind, affordability, because a lot of them's on fixed income. Simplicity, because a lot of them just want to know what it does and don't care about all the other things, and they get confused. And it is confusing, even for, you don't have to be a senior. It's confusing to everybody when you just start piling on all these other bells and whistles to a particular product, because at the end of the day, what they want to know is, how does this help me on my medication? How does this help me with my doctor's expense? Bottom line. And if you can't simply answer that in a very direct, understandable way, then sometimes it's hard to create a messaging that converts. And so sometimes that has to do not with the product, but just the way it's being presented. And sometimes it has to do with the product is so complex. Back when I was in it, there were some of these products that had all these bells and whistles, and some of them I felt like it created more confusion than it added value. And when it does that, I think you're really hurting yourself. And the other thing is, I find the best senior products that I ever sold, whether it was Medicaid, I don't know why I keep saying Medicaid, Medicare supplements, the supplement in, or the Advantage in, the Medicare Advantage in, or the final expense plans, all of them had one thing in common. They gave great value as far as the coverage they offered, and they did it at an affordable price. Okay, so a lot of my seniors now, here's the wrench in the gears there when you come into networks. Who takes what? So sometimes you have to have a good conversation and an understanding with your client. What's more important, that monthly premium or the current doctor or network you're in? So sometimes that's a buying decision, and we just have to come to terms. What's more important. And sometimes they can call their doctor and say, hey, I this is what I can afford. It's out of your network. So what, can you bring something on, or can you do something, or can you add a disc or whatever? And so sometimes those conversations and you helping them in those conversations can go a long way. Understand the importance of good data. So when you're talking about marketing to the senior market, one of the things that we pride ourselves in is we have, over 220 million opted in, filter scrubbed, demographically filtered data. What does that mean? It's all fancy jargons. It just means we can get you a list of the exact age, zip code, income, credit rating, home ownership, all of those things that you would want to know, because quite frankly, and if you've been in the business long, there's certain products that appeal to a certain demographic. Certain income levels have greater value. It's a greater value proposition for, say, a lower income than it would be a higher income. And so understanding the nuances of your products and who it helps the most will also help you say, okay, this particular product, a lot of the folks that are on a fixed income that struggle, okay, they would have greater value in this particular product. Yeah, it don't offer some of the extra coverages that the other one does, but they can afford it. And because it's heavily represented in this area, they can find a doctor that takes it. So now you've got make your list demographically match the product. And when you can do that, your messaging is going to be better, because then you can speak right to that demographic, and you're not targeting the wrong people, so you're not wasting your time sending out an email or a text or snail mail or social media or voicemail or whatever you want, because the data that we have has their name, number, physical address, email address, cell phone. With the email, you can pull their social media accounts. And so you can touch them 5 or 6 different ways, okay, with the data list that we have. Okay, and so then you can also, knowing the statistics of certain areas, you know that you have a statistical chance that 30% of the people that, say for instance, because there's one area I'm thinking of, that I knew 30% of the people that I was targeting with this list had probably were diabetic, just because 30% of the seniors in that particular area were diabetic. So that told me, okay, this plan here works very well because of the insulin coverage and some of the other things it does. So that's what, match your data with the exact area that you're targeting. That's going to work well with the product that you're presenting. Okay. So we can, and the way you source high quality leads, you can go to terrywilson3.com/leads, and we sell data very, very affordable right over there. So we're a great resource. I tell everybody all the time, because they get called in, hey, does this thing market the insurance? I said, this is how TW3 was actually started, and then it branched out to real estate and other things. But yeah, so we could be a great source there for you. And there's other ones out there. I think USA Data, Sales Data List, Melissa Data, Info Free has some. So we're not the only game in town, but I think we're the best game in town with the best value. And then segmenting the marketing. Break down the senior population by geographical location, health status, and financial situation to tailor specific products like we were talking about. So when you're talking about data, you want to target the right audience. You want to have source high quality leads, which we can help you with, and you want to segment that market so you're presenting, the right thing to the right people that will have the greatest advantage. Number 3, effective means of reaching prospective seniors.
Please, folks, I know you're tempted to, but do not panic. Terry and the TW3 broadcast will be back right after this extreme profitable timeout for our sponsors.
When words are not enough to really show your heart.
When you want to send more than just words, send your best, send your blessing, send a gift that speaks to the heart.
Flower shop. When feelings need demonstrated right from.
Go to Blessed Blooms Flower Shop and Gifts.com to have Amy design a special message, gift, or arrangement for you today.
Flower shop. Blessed blooms.
Give a gift that speaks to the heart. From flowers to specialized gifts.
Blessed blooms. Flower shop and gifts.
Call today, 864-702-3307. That's 864-702-3307.
Flowershopandgifts.com.
Attention business owners, entrepreneurs, and organizations. Are you looking to take your online presence to the next level? Look no further. For a limited time, Terry Wilson 3 is offering free high-end business websites to the first few lucky listeners who respond to this offer. These are not your average run-of-the-mill websites. Our websites are designed with SEO in mind, ensuring that your business stands out from the competition and generates leads like never before. Plus, each website comes equipped with an e-commerce shopping cart solution, making it easier than ever to sell your products online. But wait, there's more. For a nominal fee, you can add an AI chatbot to your website, providing your customers with instant support and increasing engagement. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Visit terrywilson3.com/hosting now to claim your free website while supplies last. Act fast, as this offer won't be around forever. Transform your business and start generating leads today with a high-end website from Terry Wilson 3. That's terrywilson3.com/hosting.
There's traditional marketing methods. This means direct mail. It also means phone calls. The only thing is, when you're dealing with the phone, make sure that you are doing it in compliance with the Consumer Protection Act, the TCPA, Telephone Consumer Protection Act. So just make sure you're in compliance there. But those are some great ways. Also, there's digital marketing channels. Many seniors now are online using social media platforms like Facebook, email campaigns, targeting them with Google Ads. SEO strategies has been highly effective for us this season because how would you like it for a senior to be able to say, rates on Medicare Advantage in your area, and they come right to your telephone. That's some of the things that we've helped agents with. And then the absolute best is referrals. That is just that word of mouth. And we have a referral program where we actually help you incentivize the folks that you're helping currently in your current book of business, giving them gifts like Chick-fil-A cards, giving them gifts. They don't cost you anything, by the way. Matter of fact, it makes you money. But giving them gifts, free gas cards, free food, free Chick-fil-A, free all kinds of things. And by giving them that for referrals, you're getting referrals, and you're actually getting paid $5 to send them over there to get that gift card. So it's some great things there. So those are some resources we can give you and some great strategies that I've used. Number 4, creating a compelling differential. And I think this is key, because once you have good data and you have a good methodology that is a means to get in front of those folks, then the next key, and this will be the make or break, is do you have a compelling differential with everybody else? Highlight unique benefits without making it complicated, by the way. And that's the key, and we can work with you on that. What differentiates one Medicare supplement plan from another? Agents need to communicate these differences clearly, succinctly, or whether it's cost savings, better coverage, or added perks that the agent can bring to bear, okay, within an ethical and within a compliant way. Personalization. Seniors want personalized solutions, not a one-size-fits-all approach. Discuss the importance of understanding each senior's specific needs and customizing offers accordingly. And here's the biggest one, in my opinion, my personal opinion, being in the insurance world and being in all kinds of other businesses for years and years and years, I think this is the biggest differential that you can make. Trust and transparency. Seniors value, well, everybody does, but especially the senior market when talking about their insurance, clear communication. Talk about the importance of being transparent, the premiums, what it's going to cost them, the benefits, and also, more importantly, the limitations of each plan. When you can manage the expectation of your client on particular financial products like insurance specifically, it goes a long way in building. One of the things I like to do when I was out in the field is start off with the negatives. Here's the problem with this particular plan. Going into this, there's not a perfect plan out here. Got to have insurance, because you're really messed up if you don't have insurance and you start swimming in medical bills. And then the opportunity to get the right help is going to be contingent upon your coverage. So you got to have insurance. But in having insurance, none of them are perfect. So Mr. and Mrs. Client, here's this plan, and this is what this plan is called. And this is these type of plans, not just by this carrier, but all of them. Here's the pros and here's the cons. Let's start with the cons. I did that all the time, and I'm telling you, I won more business just by actually telling people the problems with what I was selling than any other strategy, because then it resonates with people because they know you're not trying to sell them. Because the thing you want to do as an agent, especially if you're a local agent, is you want to stop trying to be a salesperson and be a fiduciary, be a consultant, be a friend, be someone. It's almost like a ministry, a pastoral person coming alongside them and saying, hey, here's the thing that this thing will do, and here's the thing it won't do. Where you're at because of your preconditions, maybe you're a diabetic, I find and I feel that you would probably be better served. You're going to compromise here. Here's where you're going to be losing out on some things. But overall, you're going to get better coverage because of your precondition here in this particular health. They're going to offer you better than what the other would. I just think when you position yourself that way, you're always going to be able to write better business, do better business, retain good business, and grow your business. And then fifth and finally, adhering to regulatory compliance. If you've been in insurance at all, it's probably one of the most, especially the senior products, one of the most regulated fields and spaces you can be in. Not the most, but one of them. And rightfully so, because there's been so many charlatans out there that, they've just not done good business. And because of that, I remember when I got my license to sell Medicare Advantage, some of the hoops we had to jump through just to be able to talk to someone, just to be able to call them was just crazy, I thought. But I understood it because of what I was told so many people did. So understand Medicare marketing guidelines, discuss CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, rules regarding the marketing of Medicare products, including the do's and the don'ts. So understand that. Understand the TCPA, like we said, and also the DNC, the do not call rules. Emphasize the importance of ensuring that the outreach efforts comply with both. And avoid misleading practice. Explain the risk of over promising and using fear-based marketing tactics, which is huge in the insurance space. Okay. And one of the things about our data that I wanted to bring back up, it's filtered, scrubbed, opted in data. So it's going to comply with both the TCPA and the DNC. So you're going to be fine there. Going on, differentiating yourself from competitors, building a personal brand. You know, one of the things I was able to do early on, and I encourage all my guys, is I never wrap myself in the branding of a particular company. No matter if I was with Foresters, Medicare, Mutual of Omaha, Assurant Health, Blue Cross Blue Shield, as an independent agent, I tried to build my brand. And that was one of the ways we were able to pivot out of being a producer so much as a lead generation marketing company and platform so early, is because we never sort of leaned into one particular company, but we built our own brand, and that's how it differentiated us early on. So the ways you can do that is using your personal logos, discuss how you can, and with your clients, how you can do webinars and blogs and social media posts and get them a part of that, and it just sort of makes them stick with you, and then add value. Educational seminars. One of the things I did early on was workshops, educational seminars. I had guidebooks and things that I would produce and send out. I had an email list. All of those things go into keeping that client with you and building a retention rate that you'd be proud of. Number 7, navigating changing regulations and market trends. Keep up with the regulatory changes. Medicare and senior insurance products are subject to frequent changes in regulations. Agents need to stay informed about the latest CMS updates, changes to Medigap plans, and state-level final expense insurance regulations. So those are huge things that you in your CE would be doing, but you need to continue to do that and make sure you're on top of that, because that's going. Think of it this way. I always thought of regulations this way. It showed me what I could and couldn't do in my marketing, and it helped me shape my language so I could be as compelling as possible without stepping over a line. And that's so important, because at the end of the day, my mindset is this: I need to have a message that cuts through the noise that would get people wanting to call me so that I could have a meaningful conversation with. But I can't say anything not that I would try to mislead. It's not that. It's just there's some things that you would think intuitively, there's nothing wrong with this. And because some bad actor out there said something similar for nefarious reasons, now no one can say X, Y, or Z. And so you got to understand these things and adapting to that consumer's preference. Preferences in the senior market is changing always. So engage with insurance and the evolving of the various products and understanding the preferences of the seniors. That way you can marry the messaging along with the preferences. Okay. Number 8, measuring success in senior insurance marketing. Tracking key metrics. Agents need to measure the effectiveness of their campaigns. And so if you don't have a good measuring system to understand your pipeline, understand the stages of a pipeline, I strongly encourage you to develop a sales system that gives you some feedback so you can break down in your sales process where you're doing well and where you're not. So many times agents don't understand that, hey, your marketing piece is great. People are responding. It's your follow-up, or it's your ability to book that one-on-one, or it's in that process of booking that one-on-one that you're falling flat. So all the way along, if you will take good records and have a good pipeline software that will show you, okay, out of 100 people, I'm booking 25 appointments. And out of those 25 appointments, I'm closing 4. And out of those 4 that I'm closing, 3 of them are retaining as customers. and 2 of them are giving me, 5 to 10 referrals. So understanding all of those metrics is going to go a long way, so you know where to put your energy, where to focus your funding, and how to spend more of your time and money. So I think if you will focus on those 8 things, it's going to help you have a better season this year in open enrollment, because now's the time to make your money if you are in the insurance space, and specifically if you are in the senior market space, because the open enrollment's coming. And so if you would like to get what I want to do on this episode here is offer some free leads. If you want some free leads, all you have to do is go to terrywilson3.com, go to the chat bot, book an appointment with us, and say you're an insurance agent and you'd like to take advantage of episode, 617's free leads. And I'll be offering this until, let's say, the end of October, because I know the podcast will stay out there a while. But end of October of 2024, if you book an appointment and we have a conversation, because what I want to do is show you a platform that is already TCPA compliant, CMS compliant. It's already got the AP210 DLC compliance, and you're going to be able to make connections to people, and I'm going to have a database to where you've already got leads. All you have to do is book appointments, and we can work with you and help you on that for hardly anything. It don't cost hardly anything compared to what buying leads are going to cost you. And then it's just something that you have, and it manage your business and manage your pipeline and manage everything you need. So I just want to show it to you, give you a demo. And just for that 5-10 minute demo, I am going to give you some free senior leads. So check that out and go over there to terrywilson3.com, book an appointment now. Just say, I want to talk to Terry about some free leads, and we'll have that conversation, and let them know that you're an insurance agent. You heard episode 617. We'll get you on my calendar. We'll have that conversation, and hopefully we can have you as a client, making you even more successful in 2024 in your insurance business. Till next time, I'll talk to you later.
So we hope you've got a lot out of the content today. Please take a few minutes to give us a 5-star positive review at terrywilson3.com/review. This helps us promote our content and continue to reach more and more people. Again, thanks for being part of the TW3 community here at terrywilson3.com. Please like and share our content, and we will see you soon.
Welcome, fellow leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Today, I invite you to step into a world where greatness is not just a goal, but a collective reality. Introducing the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3, a sanctuary for those seeking not just success, but exponential growth. It's more than a group. It's a synergy of minds, a convergence of aspirations, and a breeding ground for extraordinary accomplishments. You'll learn not only from experts, but from the stories of those beside you, fellow trailblazers who weathered storms and conquered obstacles, enriching your own journey. Imagine being surrounded by a league of highly motivated business owners and entrepreneurs, each driven by the same passion for success, propelling each other towards greatness. Embrace the power of networking, the art of learning, and the joy of sharing your value. It's not just about what you gain, but what you contribute. Dare to be exceptional. Dare to be part of the elite. Don't just dream of success. Surround yourself with those who are already living it. Join the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3. Elevate your success. Elevate your life.
Unlock the power within you. Discover the untapped potential waiting to be unleashed. You Are Worth More isn't just a book. It's a transformative guide to understanding your unique value in today's ever-evolving marketplace. Visit youareworthmorebook.com and claim your free copy. Within these pages, you'll unravel the secrets to identify your distinct strengths, refine your skills, and ignite the passion to pursue your true worth. Life isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. This book is your roadmap to not only surviving, but excelling in a world that demands your best. It's about recognizing your potential, developing your talents, and finding the inspiration to chase after what truly matters to you. Let You Are Worth More be your companion on this journey. It's not just a book, it's a catalyst for change. Empower yourself, elevate your skills, and embrace the opportunities that await. Visit youareworthmorebook.com today and embark on the path to realizing your full potential. Your worth is far more than you might imagine. Claim your free copy now and begin your transformation.